What is going on, guys? It's your boy, Trev, the King here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my Week 5 battle versus Dave Fernape and the Montreal Cobalions. Now, my team builder video did not go up yesterday because I did not have one. Just did not have time to record. As is, I'm recording this battle on the day of the upload, which is Sunday. So yeah, I'm also not going to do any graphics when it comes to the actual battle because I just do not have the time, nor do I want to do them. So sorry about my laziness or slash like not being able to do it video earlier. Just been way too busy. But let's just move on from that and start off with the team. Now this will be a really brief team overview. So basically on Dave's team he has the Charizard X, the he has the Charizard X, the Keldeo, the Nidoking, the Superior, the Weavile, the Granbull, the Excadrill, the Ferrothorn, the Slowbro, the Mandibuzz, and the Machamp. So, I just want to say that his team is absolutely terrifying. This is probably the worst matchup I've ever had in a league match, like, ever. Like, Charizard X, I have nothing for. Weavile, I have little for, because, as you can see, even though I do have an M-board which can take it on, it's not defensive M-board, because defensive M-board is kind of shitty against the rest of his team. He has Serp, which can possibly sweep me. I don't have a lot for Serp, besides Venusaur, but I'm hoping, because I have Venusaur and Charizard X, he's not gonna, or not Charizard X, Charizard Y, that he's not gonna bring it, because he has to choose his in-power between, like, in-power Rock, and I believe I have something else that's 4 times weak. I don't know. I'm just hoping that because I have Venusaur, yeah, because if I bring Venusaur and Charizard Y, he has to choose between, like, a good hidden power, like hidden power Psychic, hidden power Flying, or a hidden power to hit Charizard, like hidden power Rock. So that is why I'm hoping he doesn't bring, but still, Excadrill is also something. I don't have any switch-ins to Bandadrill or Togekiss, but even that risks taking an Iron Head or Scarfdrill even. I have one switch into Scarfdrill, but it doesn't really enjoy taking like an Adamant Earthquake. But why don't we just get on with the team? First I bring in a Swords Dance Doublade, kind of just standard. The speed is, in case he speed creeps Slowbro, he'll need to speed creep Slowbro a lot more now. I didn't need all of that bulk, and I can still whip things like Knockoff from Weavile, and the works. So yeah, this is kind of a basic thing. Next, I have kind of a offensive Seismitoad, but also kind of somewhat Vizdef, with Stealth Rock, Sludge Wave, Earth Powers, and Scald. The spread is that after rocks, I guarantee Oko Charizard with Earth Power. And when I mean after rocks, I mean like when it has Mega Evolve. Before I got up rocks, it dies after it takes 25% from rocks. I can also live an Adamant +1 max attack Dragon Claw after rocks from this with this spread. This is why I have the defense and the HP investment. It's kind of walled by Ferrothorn easily, but I'm kind of hoping he doesn't bring Ferrothorn because I do have an Emboar and a Charizard Y to possibly bring, as well as a Venusaur that really does not care about Ferrothorn, because if I brought it, I would probably bring HP Fire. Next, I kind of just have Chansey there. Chansey's there to toxic all of his threats. It's there to sponge as many special hits as it can. This is mainly like to kind of stop Superior, like at least Toxic it and kind of stall it out. I think it can live like +6 Leaf Storm, as long as it's not like Modix max special attack and there's not rocks up. So yeah, that's Blissey's role, just kind of to wish up the team. Next I have Choice Scarf Embor with enough speed to outspeed Serp. Head Smash for Charizard, and it hits a lot of his team hard. Flare Blitz, super power good for stab, and then Wild Charge to hit the Keldeo. Yeah, kind of just basic Embor. Next I have a Fizz Def Uniclus, mostly, and with some special attack investment. Now this is meant to bait his Weavile, which again is like the second biggest threat to my team in my opinion. I can eat up a even an Adamant Life Orb knockoff, and after one Life Orb hit, I guarantee Oko this Weavile with HP fighting. It also traps like things like his Slowbro and Mandibuzz if he brings it, so that's pretty nice. And finally we have a Spikes Greninja, Life Orb offensive, enough speed to outspeed Serp. Ice Beam's called Water Shuriken just in case he paralyzes me or he has Weavile in. This allows me to hit Weavile pretty decently hard before it can attack me. So if it's weakened like to 20 or 25%, I can just go for Water Shuriken and finish that off. And then Spikes, because I want to put some pressure on his team, and I think hazard stacking is like a good idea, because his only defogger, he actually does have a defogger in Mandibuzz and a Rapid Spinner in Drill, but Greninja forces switches, so that's why I feel like I could like get Spikes up on the switch. So yeah, that is my team, and I will see you guys back at the team preview. So see you guys there. Alright guys, and I am back with the team preview. I will be on the other side because Showdown is being weird right now and it won't allow me to switch sides. I don't know if that doesn't allow, if Showdown replays don't allow you to do that anymore, or if it's just my Showdown being, or my Showdown replays being stupid. It's probably the latter rather than the former. But you know what? Who cares? So, looking at his team, I'm pretty surprised to not see Mandibuzz. I thought he would bring that. I'm pretty surprised to see Keldeo because I have like a Seismitoad. If he's choiced, I can switch between like Reuniclus and Doublade and Blissey and all that. So I'm really surprised to see Keldeo. But you know, maybe he brought it for Greninja, but no Mandibuzz, no, and he brought Keldeo. And the biggest surprise of all was no Weavile. So I didn't mention, well, I did mention that he had Nidoking on his team, but I didn't actually mention that Nidoking is actually a really big threat to my team, as are a lot of things, I believe. Okay, I don't know which order it is, but I'm pretty sure it goes Charizard biggest threat, Weavile second biggest threat, I think Nidoking's actually the third biggest threat, and then Serp is fourth biggest threat. So I was actually right in the fact that he didn't bring Serp because he feared Venusaur, and Venusaur kind of walls it if he brings HP Rock and not like HP Fire. So thank the Lord he didn't bring Serp. He also brought Ferrothorn, which again surprised me. He brought a very surprising team. I thought he would bring like Serp over Ferrothorn and then Weavile over Keldeo, and that would be like a very scary team. He's actually surprised, you can't see the chat, but he's actually surprised I didn't bring Zardwai, and I actually thought about bringing Zardwai. It is a really big threat to his team, but I thought he would probably over-prepare for it, or prepare for it a lot. And plus I decided I don't want to have to bring Defog, and he's probably going to bring something that can like take one hit from Zard. Like maybe, I don't know, he could be like Akaberry Pharaoh to live. Maybe he can live like a flamethrower outside of the sun, or he could be like focus sashed on a Mon. So that's why I decided not to bring Zard Y. But let's just go ahead and get into the battle. Okay, wait. No. Yep, it allows me to switch sides now. Okay, so now I will be on the side closer to us. So I lead off with Reinoclus, and as he leads off with Slowbro, he goes for the T-Wave and gets the first turn para, which sucks because I can't get off my Infestation. I actually thought he would switch, but he doesn't, so I do get the Infestation still. And so he's taking the Infestation damage. I'm just going to go for the Toxic as he goes for the Scald. I miss my Toxic, and that's pretty big because there was if I hadn't missed that Toxic, I could have probably maybe killed this thing down because Infestation lasted a pretty good while. I think at least like, I don't remember, like what, 5-6 turns at least. So I'm forced to go for recovers here. But I'm gonna get off my Toxic here, and if he does actually get a para, then I'm actually dead because, or I have to switch out of Reinoclus. But thank the Lord that Reinoclus does not get fully parried, and he's free from Infestation. However, since I got the Toxic off 2 turns later than I wanted to, it is at a lot higher health, and with Regenerator it will be nearly full. If I had gotten Toxic off and not missed, then it would probably be at about 50% when it comes in. So basically, since Reinoclus is my one switch in the drill, and it's weakened, I cannot take it. So I'm going to go into Blissey right here, and I am just going to get the Wish into my Seismitoad because I can take any one hit from Nidoking, and that Earth Power does not very much. And the reason why is, okay, I'm gonna pause this and reveal it now, as he sets up a Dragon Dance with his Charizard. He built this team pretty fast because I wanted to play this game on Wednesday, and we agreed on Wednesday, and then he was like, nope, sorry, can't play until Friday. And I'm like, what? Dude, come on. So he agreed to build this team in about 30-40 minutes. Ended up taking about 50 minutes to build, so he didn't like terribly, like 50 minutes is not that bad for building a team. It's actually a pretty decent amount of time, and it's about how long I used to take on building my teams back during like season 2 and early season 3. But the reason I say this is because he is actually Poison Point Nidoking, and he is own tempo Slowbro because Showdown messed up and he didn't catch it because he was in such a rush. So I guess that makes me a terrible person, but I don't care, I'll take what I can get. But as you'll see, whenever Slowbro comes back in, it will not be near full health, it'll be at the same health it left at. But right here, he goes for Swords Dance, and judging by how I lived, when I could only calculate that I could live like a Adamant max attack plus 1 Dragon Claw, he's either not max attack or and probably a combination of he's not max attack, and he also maybe like that might have been pretty low roll as well. So right here, I go for Spikes, expecting him to switch into Ferrothorn. However, he goes straight for the Rapid Spin, and this is that confused me because if I had Scalded there, his extra would have been dead. And as you can see, the Slowbro comes back in at 54%. So that's just proving that it is indeed own tempo and I am not yanking your chain. So right here, I'm going to set up a Spike, expecting him to switch out into like Keldeo. And here Dave realizes that he was actually not Regenerator Slowbro right here in the chat, which is kind of funny. So right here, he does the reveal to be Focus Sash Pharaoh to like counter Zard, because it could take a hit and then T-Wave, which is pretty smart. But I do kill it off with Embor, so Embor gets its second kill of the season, I believe. And right here, I think I actually save Embor because I do have Heal Bell on Blissey. So now that I know his Nidoking is not Sheer Force, I can take multiple hits from this thing, and as long as I don't get parried, I will be able to recover right here, and I am. So, I believe I might just go for another recover here. Or no, I go for an infestation, that's right. Now what I probably should have tried to do here was to go for some recovers, but I didn't want to get fully parried before I got massive damage off, so I go for the HP fighting, get a good amount of damage off, and Reuniclus dies, but it's okay because Drill is now in range of Water Shuriken for a Ninja, because I'm thinking at this point it's Scarfed, but I actually just go into Duplay and he sacks it off. So right now he goes into Nidoking, and because he's not Sheer Force, I actually think I can live a Earth Power, but I don't want to risk that when I do have a Death Fodder and Embor. I might as well just go into that. So right now I'll go into Greninja, and I'm just going to go for Scald right here. Now, right here, what can be what the play I make next can be seen as a bit of a misplay, as I go for a Spike, expecting him like maybe just Scald, but he actually carries T-Wave, which I guess shouldn't have surprised me. And he actually carries Grass Knot too, which doesn't kill me because Greninja is not that heavy. As I get up my third and final layer of spikes, so Keldeo is going to be at 75% upon switching. But he ends up being Scarf Keldeo anyway, so he would have outsped me, so that's why. And right here, I get him with the Water Shuriken, barely 2-hit KO on him. I mean, unless I only got 2 hits, then it really didn't matter if what I'm saying, if I had only gotten, if it hadn't 2-hit KO'd, then it wouldn't have been the biggest deal because there was a good chance I could have gotten 3 or more hits. But because I was in Torrent, that did a lot, and then Keldeo kills me off. Now right here, I probably should have gone into Blissey to see if he was like Scarfed or not. And right here, I get 40% off with this Shadow Claw, and then unfortunately the Shadow Sneak was a roll, but I did not get the roll. So he takes me out. I probably, if I had known he was Scarfed, I thought maybe he was Expert Belt, but he turns out to actually be Scarfed because he keeps going for Scald. He goes for Scald, gets my Blissey. So I played pretty badly in my opinion in that end game. This was probably the sloppiest game I've played since Season 2, so in about probably since like a game number, I believe 10 in Season 2. So I haven't played this sloppily in a league match in about 7-8 months. But you know, I still picked up the win. This was still my toughest matchup in my opinion, I've ever had. And you know, Dave always throws me off with his playing style because he just plays so weirdly that it works usually. Except he's not doing too terribly well this season, but he almost upset me. So yeah, but with that win, we do move on to 4-1 plus 8, and we are actually really close to being back to first place in the conference. We are now tied with Togue with a 4-1 record, and we're just I believe we're 4 differential behind him. So if we can win out, or at least win one more game than he can, or if we can win by higher differentials and end up with the same win-loss record, then if we can get a higher differential, then we will take the first place in the conference and have that first round bye, which is, I think it's really, really good because that just means you have to win one less game to win the championship. You only have to win 2 games and you win the championship instead of 3. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, hit up that like button. If you like that, if you want to see more content, hit up that subscribe button. I've been Trev the King, and I am signing out. Peace.